Good evening, one and all, and welcome to the International Fabtalks. Fabtalks is all about connecting with the right kind of people and getting the right kind of message. It could be a housewife, it could be an engineer, it could be a medical professional, it could be a psychologist, it could be just anybody. It could be a person connected with business, a person connected with the important aspects of life. If they have tasted life, if they have gone through the ups and downs, if they have gone through various experiences, they're always welcome to the International Fab Talks. And ask me why, because they are sharing their journey with us to enlighten you and to enlighten me, to improve our horizon, like to get to know about our future as to how it will be. What are the different problems they might have faced or they are facing still, how we could face our challenges as well, how we could be ready to encounter anything that comes in our life. Now join us, friends, to welcome our celebrity and guest. She's a wonderful person, warm, down to earth. I really love her voice and I admire her voice. I've been talking to her just a few minutes ago. She's a wonderful person, very flexible and very adjustable. Let's get to know about her life, celebrate her journey today on the International Fab Talks. She's none other than Rajalakshmi Saravana. She's joining us all the way from Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu, India. Hello, ma'am, and welcome to the session.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Fine, thank you, dear. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure to be a part of the show as well and to share my experiences.
Thank you so much, dear. With your permission, I just share about you briefly and then we begin the session. Friends, I'd like to share ma'am's profile. She is an engineer. She's completed a BTech. She's into the engineering stream, and now she's also focusing on being a beautiful mother and a wonderful wife. She's a great homemaker, and she's very much interested in CA, the Chartered Accountants course, if you could say that. She's been qualified for that. She's been working very hard. In a very first attempt itself, she's been trying to pass off this very tough exam, which many of them feel that it's really impossible. Ma'am has done that. She is now a qualified CA as well. We'll get to know more about her journey as to how she's been able to face the challenges. Every single individual on this earth have a lot of challenges. How did ma'am overcome them, and how is she, planning her future with regard to all the education that she has acquired till date? She loves teaching as well, she says. So let's get to know more about her and celebrate ma'am's life today on the International Fab Talks. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us. How would you define yourself? Who is the real Rajalakshmi?
I would always define myself as a passionate mother, a continuous learner, and a person who likes to keep evolving in life. So I would say your process of life ends the day you stop learning. So that shows me the passion towards teaching. So ultimately, I would like to become a very great teacher and also enlightening people like me, homemakers, who have the talent, abundant talent in them, who are passionate, but without proper guidance and support, they're locked inside the four boundaries of their home. So I just wanted to show and prove them that they could reach great heights, breaking down the glass barrier that is there above their head. It's just a glass barrier, and all it takes is their efforts to break open, come out into the sunlight, and shine as much as they could. So I would define myself as a motivator. I would love to be.
Super. I really love that. Very inspiring. And ma'am, I'm just really in awe. I mean, I'm like surprised. Not surprised, I could say. I just admire you for the language skills that you have. You speak so well. You know what you're talking. You know how to take it further. And your English is just awesome, excellent. And how did you have, the connection to speak English? Your mother tongue is Tamil. How did you learn English and you speak so flawlessly? How is it?
The credits goes to my school principal and my third standard school teacher, Mrs. Usha Raman, and my English teacher is Mrs. Padma. So actually, my principal is my role model. She was married at a very little age, about 16 or 17, I would say, but she's a very passionate lady, very passionate. She started a school on her own. And within 10 years and with great funding, she made it a place like it was almost like a Gurukul where you could evolve and you could develop all your talents. Even being in my school, I was a part of my school theater arts club. I was a very constant speaker in debates, paper presentations at the age of 10 and 12. So you can find the difference that it brings into you when you evolve and grow. I've faced nearly 150 plus stage shows before the age of 15. I was a dancer, I could sing. So it was like the school made me an all rounder in all the aspects. And my third standard teacher, she was the one who presented me the first gift when we had to talk in English all over in the classroom. There's a rule 9 to 4 only in English. She'll gift me nice color boxes. So that was the initial bit of motivation. But my principal, she was an excellent lady. We've been to all four corners of India, attending various programs, camps. She was like, it was a very remote area in Tirunelveli, but the kind of motivation that she gives the students, and I'm here because of her. The credits goes to her.
I get that. I understand.
Yes.
And thank you for speaking so highly about your principal and your English teacher as well. And that I understand now. You've been through many debates, essay competitions, and all of that on the stage. Like you mentioned, more than 150 or something like that. That's really excellent, dear. Now, ma'am, you transformed after a certain age. You've completed your engineering. You were married. You became a housewife, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how you had this in mind? I just can't sit like that. I'm married and I have children now. I just can't sit like that. I'm a continuous learner. You've already identified that.
Yeah.
The question here is, you want to enlighten and uplift others as well. You want to create awareness in other people as well who are housewives, highly talented, but don't know how to come out of it. They don't know how to break out that, from their shell, how to come out of the shell. So when you've empowered yourself from within and you want to empower others, that's really something very beautiful. Hardly many women do that. They're quite selfish and jealous. So how would you explain this for us? Why is Rajalakshmi so kind-hearted and like wanting others also to rise while she rises herself?
This comes from the people that I met, ma'am, actually. So I'll share a little bit of my journey so that people like me could get connected with what I say, because they are also in the same line. From the school, I've been a school topper. I've been my college topper and a gold medalist. So whatever be it, it was my name that comes in the front. I got my placement. But eventually there comes a point in a girl's life that you'll have to get married. She has to get adopted to the situation. Okay, marriage we can choose. You can work in a place with your husband. But when it comes to children, mother or always mother, their passion will come to a halt when they become a mother. So even I, after being a mother, I gave up all my passion. It was just myself being a passionate mother. I know what many girls of my area feel the same way. Now, being a chartered accountant, I could explain it better. So India is an evolving economy. So if you want India to be a very developed nation in 2047, taking forward the Prime Minister's dream, a bird cannot fly with a single wing. Only a bird can fly when it has both its wings spread out. With more than 50% of the population in India being women population who are married, and after becoming a mother, I could say even my college mates who have had great career in IT industries don't prefer to work now. They're finding it difficult to balance their family, handling their children, and the career as well. So when all these things are put together, I had to find out a way. I didn't restrict myself to being an engineer. I ultimately wanted a profession that could support me, empower me, and let me be myself, also motivating other people. So this journey goes this way. This is not just about Rajalakshmi. This is about every passionate homemaker sitting out there. The message must be strong. If you want to find out a way, you have the guts to do it. So when they feel empowered, they can empower the entire family. So coming back to the same saying, a bird cannot fly with the same wing. If India is not giving 50% of the population enough opportunity to get employed and contribute to the country's economy, how else are we going to develop? So that's the point that was striking my mind. Even when I was doing my chartered accountancy, there were many friends of me who, texted me like, ma'am, I have the same situation. Once I passed my intermediate, I get to know a lot of married women who were in the same situation that I was staying. They say that you're passing the intermediate examination made us take up the career again. We are now studying with 2 children. Now, it has become a fame that after marriage and having children, clearing CA, it's not very difficult. So the passion that I have comes from the people that I meet. Even our ICI chairperson, CA Fatima ma'am, she started studying after having 2 children. She was my inspiration. When I was struggling to study, when I was really wondering how to finish the tremendous syllabus of CA with all my family responsibilities and articleship as well, she was a role model to me. I met many fantastic chartered accountants in Madurai where I went for a paper presentation. They all shared their lovable stories. So these stories made me realize that I am here as a chartered accountant and in my field as well, and also for all aspirants who are locked in their home, they must find a way to come out of it. It gives me the inner satisfaction, if they say we succeeded. So that is all about it.
I really love to hear you talk.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Excellent, excellent, brilliant. So friends, you've seen how ma'am shares her life story with us, her journey. I'd like to add a little more to that. She's a rank holder in the engineering stream with regard to the information technology. She quit a corporate job and she has become a passionate mother. That's how she described herself earlier. And a homemaker for the past 8 years. She decided to take up one of the toughest courses that I earlier mentioned, that is chartered accountancy. And after a gap of 8 years with no knowledge with or no connection with the commerce field, she has been taking up this wonderful challenge of becoming a CA. She cleared both the levels of CA exams, that is both the groups, in the very first attempt with exemptions in 6 subjects, managing household in a joint family and articleship, etc. The vast syllabus of CA curriculum simultaneously. I mean, she was like managing everything all together, like all in one, you could say, an all-rounder. From an engineer to a homemaker to a CA now. That's the beautiful transformation of Rajalakshmi Saravana. We'll get to know more about her. Join us now. Dear ma'am, now we'd like to know about you when you look at yourself in the future now. Now you already you honed your skills, okay? For 5 years from now, or maybe 2 years from now, let's not go very far as 5 years. 2 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I have a very strong passion to teaching, as I mentioned you. So I'm already in the process of evolving as a good teacher. And not just about teaching. CA is a curriculum where everybody needs to be a motivator to be a very good teacher. Because it's not just about the syllabus, actually. It's the motivation that you get from your trainer or your teacher that will help you keep forward. So I would like to be a motivator and a teacher and a successful chartered accountant as well. And 5 years from now, I have a dream, actually. I would like to help and support at least 10 to 20 women becoming chartered accountants. So this is my humble dream, So I'm already talking to a lot more people. I'm trying to motivate them, and I'm planning for some YouTube revisions to help them with it. So I'm in the way, and I really wish it comes true.
It will. It
Definitely.
will.
Thank you.
Yes, you should. And you should take it further, because you see, when you say 10 to 20 women, I want to empower them to take up CA and to be responsible for their lives, to have financial freedom, to know their power within them. That's really nice. So,
Yes.
that's what they say, when you educate one woman, she educates the entire village.
Yeah. And I would say when it comes to CA, it is not just about women empowerment. It is women-led development of the nation.
Wow.
So I would say my friends, my husband was doing his business. So I would help him with him. So because it, being a housewife, it will be very stingy in the home. So he was the one who taught me how to draw a trial balance, what is debit, what is credit. He was the one who taught me 3 years back when I was into his business. But now being a chartered accountant, I feel proud to be his business advisor, tax consultant, GST advisor. So it's all about women-led development. Maybe we should join the nation in leading the nation, right? Over empowerment. I think it's a bit more to dream for, but that is the truth, actually.
Excellent. You're a wonderful orator, ma'am. That's really.
Thanks a lot.
I'd like to see you as a great speaker on the national and
that is
forum.
One of my dreams as well.
You will reach there very soon. You have that within you. You have that spark. You have that flame,
Thank you.
You will reach there very soon.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Wonderful. Yes, dear. Now we talk about your role as a mother. You're a passionate mother. I
Yeah.
respect all moms and I respect you as well. How would you define your role as a mother, dear?
When it comes to taking care of my children, nothing else will be there in my mind. You know, I forget everything. I still remember those days for 7 long years where I didn't have even a single night where I could continuously sleep. You know, children would keep waking you up. I never asked anyone for any help because I wanted to be there for my children all the long 7 years. I kept my passion aside. You know, that is something for me, it was something extraordinary to give up because my passion is to be an independent woman always, even from my childhood. Because it was my mother's dream. I'm just holding and bagging my mother's dream as well. She couldn't be a teacher. She couldn't continue her studies. So maybe bagging my mother's dream, being a mother, I gave up my passion for 8 long years. So that defines me. I'll be able to give up anything when it comes for my children. So even now, as a successful professional, I'm trying to find a very balanced life between taking care of my children and my career, which I lost a bit when I was studying because studying for CA exams takes a lot. So I would say for my career in CA exam, I had to put my kids to struggle a bit when they were very little. So, but they were very nice, kind, you know. Mom, we want you to finish your course, and we want to proudly say that my mom's a chartered accountant. So we love each other, and they are my world.
Oh, sweet. That's really nice. That's really so nice. And they are very supportive, and they've been saying that
Excellent.
we'll adjust it for you. We'll go through whatever we have to go a little
My
like.
son is just 5 years old. He
Oh,
says that.
so sweet. So sweet.
Sweet.
You have two sons or a daughter and son?
Daughter. I have a daughter and a son. Daughter is 10 years old, and my son is
That's
5 years.
That's really nice, dear. Now, ma'am, have you been able to travel with the family or maybe solo traveling to different states with regard to either studies or maybe with regard to work?
Not much, ma'am. So it was more about like when I was in school, I've been to all the corners of India. So traveling ended with my school. I had my college in Chennai. So there I used to travel between my native and my college. Apart from that, we love to travel to a lot of places, but Tripadi is one of my favorite spots. We go there every year. So we're planning to do now. As you know, we have completed my dream career. Now we are planning to make trips now.
And thank Lord Balaji.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, dear. That's really nice. That's great, dear. Now, ma'am, we talk about the cooking side. Like, see, you also have to be a good cook. If you're a good mom, you have to really be a good cook as
Thank
well.
you.
That's what's expected of every woman. How is your cooking journey? Have you learned
My
cooking?
Definitely, I've learned cooking, but it was my mother and mother-in-law. My mom is an excellent cook. You know, I'm a big addict of cooking. So I took up cooking from my mom. You know, there were bit struggles. You know, my husband used to phone and tell me that don't eat it what you gave me. You know, he would call me at 12:30 if I had to give him lunch. You know, don't eat it, ma. It's fine, but you don't take it. You know, he'll say it was in the initial stages, but now you know I'm a very good cook, and I'm always concentrating on giving my children the best nutrition possible. So my diet, they would always say, you know, look at your dustbin, and your children's nutrition will be, you know, you could calculate your children's nutrition from what is there in the bin. So it's a lot of veggies, a lot of fruits, salads, nutritious. So I always concentrate on giving them the proper balance of millets, cereals, fruits, vegetables, and a proper balanced diet.
Okay, you're on the health side as well.
Exactly.
Okay, that's really wonderful. Now, ma'am, how has friendship been for you? What kind of friends have stood by you? Like, I mean, you know, when you say friends, there are some type of friends who leave us when we need them the most. They're not even ready to listen to what we have to share. So how has friendship been in your life till date?
Um, I would like to mention one of my best friends, you know, none other than my husband. He's been my best friend. You know, we know each other. We are relatives. We know each other right from a very little age. But after marriage, you know, he's the only best friend who could understand every move of mine. He knows my inner pain. I could smile at my children, but he knows what I really wanted. So he was the one who pushed me into this career. CA would be fine for you. He was the one who suggested me to take up the career. And when I was studying, he was the one who continuously took care of my children as well. So if you could say someone as your friend, your philosopher, your guide, someone's there for you all the time, he's been my husband and I love him more than anyone.
How lucky you are. And may you
Great.
be blessed till the end, till
Definitely.
that separates you people. Because very few people today in today's world say that my husband is my best friend.
Yeah. And he would say the same thing as well.
How
I'm his best
sweet.
friend as well.
Touch wood. It should really continue like this forever. I wish that. Because we've seen several spouses, especially, let me not be gender biased, lot of bickering, lot of abuse going on. It could be financial abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, etc., where they really suffer a lot once they are married. So I
Yeah.
feel happy when somebody shares, like, I'm really happily married, and my spouse is my best friend in the world, my guide, my comforter. And one important thing for all the people out there, like, be careful when you select your partner, your life partner. That is the biggest mistake in our life. If you select the wrong job, we can shift it. Or, if you have done something, you can manage everything. But once you select your life partner and get married to the wrong person, your life is hell. To come out of that marriage is very difficult. So I'm proud of you that you've really spoken so highly of your husband. That's really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, and hats off to him also for giving you all the love and the respect that is required to be given to a wife.
And I wish every man do respect their their wives' feelings as well, because that is what will ultimately build their long-lasting relationship, respecting each other's feelings. So that must be there for every husband. And wherever I go, I used to say all the students, I point out at the boys and say, look at my husband. I want you all to be like him in future, supporting your wives as well, so that they could have a really great life.
Yes, that's really nice. Very, very nice. Now, ma'am, what about sports and games? Do you love?
No, ma'am. I'm a very bad sports person, I should admit. So I really don't have much experiences in sports. But not many. But my son is very interested. He loves skating and he's kind of different from me. I'm not a very good athlete, ma'am. I don't usually watch sports, maybe.
Yes, yes. That's really nice. Now, ma'am, what about gardening? Are you also interested in gardening? Do you love plants, nature, environment? What do you have to say about it?
I love gardening. I love gardening. So I always have this garden of mine, and we have banana, drumstick, and what else very native plants I have. I told my husband that I have this very great dream. He said he'll fulfill it sometimes. A farmhouse with all plants around. I've asked him for it. He said me he'll give it to me very soon. I'm expecting it as well, with all native plants. All native plants. I don't want to go very passionate about all crotons and also it's all native plants, fruits, seeds. And I wanted to settle down having a life surrounded by all trees. I don't even want him to cut down a tree even while constructing a home.
Oh, how sweet.
So I have a neem tree in my neighborhood, a very long, big neighborhood tree. So I don't want him to cut down it as well. I love trees. This dream house of mine will have a balcony, a very big neem tree, and 2 chairs. We'll have coffee every day over there.
How sweet. I could visualize it for you.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's wonderful, dear. Now, ma'am, we'd like to go down to your childhood. What kind of a childhood you had? Were you happy during your childhood? Did you have strict parents? What was it at home for you?
My parents were never restrictive. They encouraged me in whatever I did, because I was staying in a very remote area where it was not easy for a girl child to go and explore many things. So they were very supportive. And even now, I would say, I'm still their child. So they are 68 now, my parents. So when I told them, Ma, I wanted to do CA, they were like, they never hesitated. I know you will do something. How were you staying at your home 8 years long? They said the same thing and they shifted down. Actually, they were staying in Chennai with my brother. I said, Mama, come here. I feel I need your support. Please be with me. They never hesitated. They came here And they were always with me throughout the journey for the last year. They took care of my children as well. So my parents always look at me like a little child, and I'm very blessed that I have such parents, because it is only because of all my family members' supports. And I would like to say, even my in-laws are very supportive while I study. So they give me the supportive environment, which made me achieve something like this. So great parents.
Yes, dear, that's really nice. Now, you've mentioned about your brother.
Yeah.
Now, any good memories or bad memories? Would you both fight? Is it only
Ha,
one brother, or you have many more brothers and sisters?
actually, he's 9 years elder than me. So he would have a very good rapport with me. We'll not be like fighting all the time. We had really nice memory. But one excellent memory I would share was like, mom and dad shifted here, and he wanted me to clear the exams. Exam dates are nearing. So it would be like 12, 13, 14 hours I'd be studying. So mom has to be my side all the time, giving me all what I needed to eat and whatever it may. I'll never get up from my chair. He knew everything. He fell very ill. He was admitted in a hospital. But despite being in the hospital, he never informed me, dad, or my mom. He badly wanted me to give my exam. I literally cried when I talked to him. Why did you not tell me, Anna? Like, he said, you clear your exam. I can handle this. So the love and affection he has for me is the only person other than dad and mom whom I could really connect to is my dear brother.
Oh, hats off to that. That's really nice. It's a wonderful way to have connections with our siblings. And if you get the right kind of sibling in your life, in your case, you're lucky.
Yeah.
What a wonderful brother. Imagine a person with a lot of sacrifice. You could see wanting to see sister rise did not disturb you, because once your sister or brother is not well, or a family member, your entire mind is completely diverted.
My mom is very affectionate with my brother. If he had told something, it would have been a very terrible situation for her. She would have wanted to be with him as well, and she could not leave me. He didn't want to put my mom in that situation. So he took all the stress all by himself. He managed. And after coming home, he informed us that it was the situation I went through. So lovely brother he is.
Hats off to that lovely brother. I wish I had a brother like that.
I wish I have all the beautiful relationship in my life throughout. And I would like to make it beautiful as well.
That's great. That's really great. We have to also work on our end as well to make relationships work for us, right? That's excellent. Now, ma'am, what kind of a change you want to see in the lives of the various women out there? Now, you are so bold, you're courageous, you have a loving family, mother's side, husband's side, lovely children. And with all the ups and downs, you're able to, rise up and shine. And rising up after 8 years, you're just like a phoenix, like, again, getting that rebirth again, wanting to come onto the professional space and do something, transform lives, improve your family situation, etc. Now, I'd like to ask you, what is the message for all the women out there who are fearing to come out? They want to come out, but they don't have the support of their family members. They don't have the support of either their mother's side or husband's side. They're stuck in the middle, sandwiched in the middle.
Ma'am, one thing I would like to say about is, I don't remember the name of the person, but there is this Olympic runner. He's a winner, gold medalist. I just forgot his name. It is once said that a person could not break the barrier and run in a given second. Doctors used to say, if you run so fast before the second, you could even die. So it was a myth then. So most people would not take the risk of running so fast and breaking the record. But this one person, he never minded about the doctor. He ran so fast. He ran ultimately fast. And before 3 seconds that the doctor mentioned that a person would die if he ran so fast, he crossed the line and he won the world record. And it is astonishing to say that after 6 months of him breaking the record, 10 people broke the person's record. So what about the doctors saying? The same thing I would like to say to all women in their home. If you start overthinking and say to yourself that this is not for me, no one is supporting me, this is not going to happen, nothing else will happen in your life. The first person whom you should defeat is yourself.
Oh, wow. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Wow.
I usually say this to me every morning. I am a winner. I'm born to win. So initially, everyone will not openly accept what you say. Now consider my situation. You're a gold medalist in engineering. You say you're going to take a chartered accountancy. You don't know even what debit or credit is. I never minded. I took it as a challenge. I started from my 11th standard books of accountancy. I was in a science background. So 10 years of my career, right from my 11th standard, I rewired it. 10 years of my journey, in just 3 years, I've completed it. So it is that guts that you need. So I've completed in my first attempt because I had the support of my family. But the institute is very open that you can give 3 attempts here. So why not give one subject at right? The first step is always the most difficult one. If they have the courage to break open the first step, then people are ready to help you. They love to help you as well. You have to be calm, polite, tell them what you need, make them understand that it is really important to you. And when you show that kind of love and affection to people and make them understand that it is your real need, they're ultimately going to help. How could I make my 5-year-old accept that I'm going to be sitting for 16 long hours studying without even giving him the support and care I could give him? He accepted it. So it is all from your side. What you say, how you behave, you're going to make people accept it. You can make your husband accept it. You can make your in-laws accept it. So ultimately, it needs your determination. Rise up. The world is your horizon.
You come across as a very strong woman, ma'am. I'd like to see you in the civil services, like in the IAS or the IPS type of.
That was my ultimate passion. Even my husband wanted me to do it, but
You
age.
suit that level, when I see at you that passion, that vigor, that strength, the confidence that you have, that no matter what, I can just make it, I should go forward. So I think you should even try that. Definitely you will succeed in that. I'd love to see you as an IAS officer or maybe an IPS in that range or something like that.
Will definitely die. I'll definitely love to do it if my age permits it.
Hopefully,
They have some restrictions.
Yes, dear. Just check it out once, ma'am. If at all you're really eligible with regard to whatever other terms and conditions, just go for it. Love to see you there.
Definitely, ma'am.
Yes, dear. That's wonderful, ma'am. Now, ma'am, we'll come down to a lighter tone. What about movies? Like, do you watch movies?
Yeah, I love to watch movies, but being a colleger, I am a big fan of these Korean series and all kind of movies. But after being a mother, I never had time to watch movies. And into CA, everything is completely gone. I usually scroll through YouTube's. That is all. Maybe Talaibi of Jayalalitha ma'am.
Wow, that's great. A superb select. That's wonderful. That's great. Yes, dear. That's great.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Now, ma'am, something very important. உங்களுக்கு கோவம் வருமா? வரும்னா எப்போ வரும்?
Kovam neriya varum ma'am. When I'm stressed out, like every homemaker, I usually get tensed, but ultimately I learned to control it now. I chose to respond rather than to react.
Perfect. That's nice. Well answered. Now, ma'am, among all the achievements till date, which is your proudest achievement?
Proudest achievement is making my husband proud, my parents proud, and my children and my in-laws proud that I'm a proud chartered accountant.
Oh, that's really great. The one important quotation that you would always follow or read time and again or recollect time and again.
Yeah. Dreams are never dreams until you work hard to make it into a reality.
Great. That's wonderful. Now, what about color? What kind of color impresses you a lot?
Lavender, but my daughter's favorite, has been inspiring me a lot, pink.
Yes, dear. Now, ma'am, apart from English and Tamil, which are the other languages you're very conversant in?
I could understand and write Hindi, but I'm not a frequent speaker in Hindi. I could understand Telugu and Malayalam as well.
Great, ma'am. That's really nice. Now, dear, what is that one thing you love about Rajalakshmi? Have you heard about Rajalakshmi?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I
what do you
talk
love
to her.
about her?
I talk to her every day. And the one thing that I like most about her is she'll never give up. Whatever be the obstacles in life, she'll never give up and rise back again.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's great to hear. Your toughest time, all of us face difficult times. So which was that very dark phase or the difficult phase in your life? You would like to share it with us, how you overcame that challenge. Initially, how did you feel and how did you bounce back and come out of it?
Initially, managing your household was a bit difficult if you wanted to be a passionate, independent woman. So that was a bit difficult for me. And being a mother, I learned how to control my anger, and it went well. That was one part of me becoming a new mother, handling the family responsibilities and taking care of your children. That was okay. But when I decided on my own that I'll have to take up a career on my own, I had to spend approximately 6 to 7 every hour just studying. I'll have to do my articleship from 10 to 5. I'll have to take care of my family and my children. So it was like I had to sacrifice a lot of my sleep as well. Counting each and every second, it really mattered there. I had to give up unwanted chit chats, movies, scrolls. It is like completely reshaping your entire vision about life. I would never talk to anyone in the office unwantedly because I would openly say them, every second I'm wasting with you, my child is there waiting for me if my mother would come and sit with me for 1 minute and talk with me. So it was like a very difficult moment. Even when I was traveling to my office and when I was coming back, I used to study. If I could save 2 hours or 3 hours while I was in my office 10 to 5, I could happily spend 10 minutes with my children. So balancing between all these were very difficult during the first year of my articleship. It was after that everyone started supporting me. So the small spark that they see in you, this girl is suffering a really lot for her dreams, and that added people into it. Okay, let her help this way. Okay, let me help this way. My principal, lovely man he is, I would say. He's C.A. Satyanandam, lovely person. Whenever I go ask him for something, he'll have this kind heart to say, okay, you do it. I'll give you enough time, but do it within this time. Make sure you finish it this way. Ultimate support he is to me. So all the people, looking at your passion and your sacrifices, they'll be willing to help you. All we need to have is that 1 year long tough journey. I would sleep 3, 4 hours a day. I would start studying after 8. It will go along till 12, 1 or 2. Because I had this passion that I must clear it in the first attempt with as many exemptions as I could. That was not very easy even for students to break up. So I just wanted to give a very strong message. A mom is always very strong than anyone else. If you can take care of your child and if you can stay long hours for years to take care of your child, why can't you carry this load of your passion as well with you? So that moment made me realize that women are capable of handling all the struggles that come in their way, provided they trust themselves and they are ready to carry themselves forward, even a step forward a single day. So that is what I learned from myself. And I wanted to give it to all the people as well.
Wonderful. Great, great. That's great. Now, ma'am, this is one truth. We are not going to survive on this earth forever. One fine day we leave this universe. All of us. We never know when. In what way should people remember Rajalakshmi Saravana?
A humble person, always ready to help, motivate people. I really wanted people to come and say, she was the one who inspired me, and we are thankful for her. So it's my family will, of course, love me and they'll cry for me. That is different. But I want at least a few people who say, actually, my husband and me are planning to form an educational trust as well to help children study who are actually struggling to study. So I want to enlighten those children's life. They find it difficult to find some person who could guide themselves in the right way. They're struggling to find their career out. They have hardships with economies to find the best place to study. So we are actually looking for those kind of students, helping them out. Maybe if possible in the future, we'll take it up as a big NGO, and we have plans to do. So I want people to come there and say, she helped me do this. And I want others to feel that way.
Yes, dear. That's really nice. That's a beautiful dream. Yes, dear.
Yes.
It will come true.
Thank
Now,
you.
ma'am, yes, dear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, dear, have you been to your school, your alma mater? Have you been able to talk to the students and empower them?
Mhm.
Because you are a great speaker. You know, you can motivate just anybody in front of you. I feel that, that's what I could see within you, that you have that power and glory within you to share and make the other person feel, yes, if she could do it, I could do it.
Yeah,
At least try, if not complete it, at least give it a try. Because many of
definitely.
them have this problem, the starting problem.
Yeah.
So or did you go to any schools and colleges? Did they invite you? Or would you love to
Yeah,
go to schools and colleges when they invite you?
definitely, ma'am. Actually, I'm doing it.
Oh,
After
great.
qualification, I went to Sadar College, college in my native. My husband is an alumni in that college. I frequently meet children over there. Immediately, the HOD and the principal, sir, they were so kind. They took me to the classroom, and they wanted me to motivate students to, study continuously and take up CA. So I always wanted to be in touch with students. So I love to meet them. Even in the institute, I go talk to children. I want them to take up the career, take it forward. So it's a continuous process. I will definitely meet many children and
Yes,
motivate them.
that's good to know. Now, ma'am, with regard to mental health,
Yeah,
like one has to be tough to survive, survival of the fittest,
yeah.
physically and mentally. Nowadays, physically they are fit, but mentally they are weak. Most of us, including me, you could take, or just anyone. We are
Anyone?
very soft over here, or we are, very naive or sensitive, oversensitive, to be
Yeah.
very clear. And how would you define mental health from your perspective?
Ma'am, I would say mental health is well trained. What you think you are, you become it. So if you think you're stressed, you're obviously going to be stressed ultimately. So for my mental health, I always used to say, never make anyone feel bad around you. So I wanted to spread the joy and happiness around me. Eventually, my mental health is also happy. So what you feel, you are. What you treat others, the same way your mental health will be. And I obviously do meditation and yoga every day to control my anxiety, stress levels that I had during my preparations. Even I had many pitfalls, I should admit it, but I learned to manage my stress very well, and my mental health is good now. I'm really happy. Only when you have a clear vision of yourself in the mirror in front of you, you could go talk to others. So do a lot of meditation.
Yes. Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing that. When you say mental health, and as a student, when it was next day the exam, and I hated physics and mathematics as well. And so then when it was, to next day the physics exam, I would always imagine that some political leader and we get a holiday or it rains
Even
heavily.
great.
Did you have the same feeling?
Yeah, when I was in my schools, I used, all my friends used to discuss the same for years long. But no,
Now
when
when
we
you think
graduated,
about it, yes,
we
dear.
used actually my husband and I usually used to talk in when my children are very young, my daughter will come running and say to me, "Mom, it's raining. It's going to be a holiday today." So we used to smile at each other, thinking about our childhood and what we thought that day. So kids like even my kids used to ask the same question.
Yes, dear. Now, ma'am, if we give you a time machine in hand and ask you to click the button, it's just an imaginary question. Just
Okay.
click the button that is visible there, a big red button that takes you into the past era, a time machine. And there you
Okay.
have to relive somebody's life as a task for just a few weeks and come back. If this was the case, whose life you'd love to relive and why?
Okay. I would like to relive the life of my mom, I would say. Um, she really wanted to be a teacher. She wanted to be a very bad teacher. She has been a topper in her school. But my mother and my mother's mother, my grandmom, she fell ill sometimes. So there were no one to take care of her. So my grandfather just stopped her from her school. So even her principal came back home then, and she asked my mother to rejoin the school. because she was a very brilliant student. So I just wanted to go back that time, relive the life of my mom, and I really wanted to be her fighting for her studies so that she would be a teacher now. I could have seen herself a great teacher now.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing that. That's really very nice. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful time talking to you, getting to know your thoughts and views. I wouldn't want to let you go, but then yes,
Yeah,
I'm sure you will share your time once again on the platform.
definitely, ma'am. Would
Before
love
we
to.
end, there is a small session called as the rapid fire round, which will take just 5 minutes from you, if you don't mind.
Okay, ma'am, sure.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for being kind. We have a technical issue, and yet you're so flexible and adaptable to the situation. Thank you so much for staying on in the session.
Okay,
Dear
ma'am.
ma'am, in this rapid fire round, we get to know about your likes and dislikes. It will just take 5 minutes, as I earlier mentioned. You
Okay,
just
ma'am.
have to answer in 1 or 2 words. Now, the first question here is, do you forgive people easily? Yes or no?
No.
Great. I like it because I'm somewhere there.
Yeah.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate people with regard to forgiving others? I mean, rate your own self like.
How would I rate myself if I forgive others?
Yes.
Easily.
Yes,
Is
dear.
it easily, or I
I
would
mean,
rate it
1 to 10, how many points would you give yourself?
5 if I forgive them very easily.
Thank you. You're the first person I think matching my thoughts, because I will also give only 5. I had this somebody
Yeah.
wanting to match with me too. That's really nice. Are
Great.
you a morning person, evening, afternoon, or where you find yourself more active?
I'm a late night person. I usually work better from 12 to 3.
Wow.
Late night.
Again, you match my. I mean, I match your this one. The sleep pattern. I'm
Great.
very active between 12 to 3. Like everything gets done quickly at that time.
Exactly.
Whole day you're unable to do it. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Very nice. Salty, sweet, or spicy food?
salty sweet.
Oh, great. The favorite sweet?
Mm, Rasgulla.
Oh, great. Your favorite month, ma'am?
October.
Specific reason?
My birth date.
Oh, great. Can we know the birth date so that we can wish you?
October 22nd, ma'am.
Oh, great. That's really nice. Wonderful. The favorite day of the week?
Sunday. I used to spend with my kids all day long.
Yes, dear. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Best breakfast?
Idli. Easy to make.
The insect you don't like?
Lizards. Lizards are not insects, right? I hate flies.
Great, great. Now, ma'am, how would you define one day, 24 hours, in just one word? How should a day with 24 hours be for you in one word?
Productive.
Wow, wow. Great, great, great. Now, dear, as I earlier asked you about your favorite color, you've mentioned like lavender color, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if I would ask you the same thing in a different way,
Mm.
how would you want to have your house painted, like your walls? What kind of colors would you want your walls to be painted with?
I love bright colors, so it'll be bright yellow, bright apple green.
Oh, great. That's really nice. Your favorite festival?
I love my I love Diwali.
One. That's great. That's really nice. Tea or coffee?
Coffee, ma'am. I
I
love
got
coffee.
this answer long back.
Yeah.
You would sit on the table there and have coffee with your
Yeah,
husband. It's really nice.
definitely.
That's really beautiful. Now, ma'am, did you spend money on anything and felt that, oh, why did I spend money on it? Because we women, like, we tend to buy certain things and say,
Yeah, exactly. I usually buy a lot of saris. I'm a sari addict. So maybe after a year or two, when the saris, you don't find yourself, it is on trend. I really felt bad.
yes, dear, that's very true. Now, ma'am, the latest gadgets, like we can
I got
use.
a
Mhm.
new iPad from my husband as a graduation present.
Wow, that's great. That's lovely. That's really nice. So romantic. That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Now, ma'am, with the modern gadgets that we have, like you prefer texting, video calling, or a normal call, or an email? What is it that you prefer?
I always prefer calling and talking to them in person. If possible, I go meet people. That gives us the connect.
Yes, dear. Now, do you think a person could transform through experiential learning or theoretical learning?
Experiential learning is very important.
Yes, dear. Do you have an attachment towards the water bodies, or I could say the beaches and the seas, etc., like that, or the forest or the mountainous region, the hilly region?
I actually am attached to water bodies and I'm afraid of them, to be very honest. You know, had bad dreams about it.
Okay, and I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
Is there anything that scares you, ma'am?
Um, Water bodies, I would say, because I'm really scared of getting into a boat and getting into deep water.
Ma'am, you just match a lot with me. Even I'm really scared of the water bodies. I didn't have, of
Really?
course, a bad dream. Yeah, I'm really scared to climb into the boat. I think it will sink or some
Great.
type of insect or what is this reptile might enter into that. I have some fear of water bodies, and I feel breathless when I'm near the beaches. I spend my
Even
week.
if someone drags me, I won't get into the water very
Yeah,
easy.
right. Yeah, very
Yeah.
true. Oh, very well. I
We match
resonate
a
with
lot,
you.
right?
Yes, dear. I'm also surprised. I'm very surprised. That's really great. Your favorite season, ma'am?
I like, I won't say it is winter, but somewhere near winter where it's not very hot and not very cool.
Yes, dear. That's really nice. Now, your best mode of transport.
Train. I love traveling by train.
Great, great. Yes, dear. Now, ma'am, one last request we have, like the best gift that you've received till date, apart from the latest one that you've mentioned, is there any other gift that you've received from near and dear ones on the professional zone? What is it that is very
Uh,
close to your heart?
Very close to my heart is my first laptop that my husband gifted when I cleared my CA intermediate. It's very, very close to my heart. The day I graduated, he met me with the gift unknowingly. It was a great surprise.
Wow, that's so nice and great. That's really nice. I wish you many, many years of happiness and peace together. It should always be like this till the last. That's really nice. Now,
Thank you.
ma'am, towards the end, thank you, dear. Thank you. Towards the end, we have a little request, ma'am. Would like you to share 3 magical words or powerful words, you could call them, that has been leading you through your ups and downs, or what you focus on to give us as a gift today in the form of 3 words, apart from please, sorry, and thank you.
Dream, desire, achieve.
Wow. Have dreams, have great desires, and achieve
Yeah.
whatever you have to achieve. That's really nice and beautiful.
Thanks for giving me this great opportunity. It is like reflecting my entire journey and it gives me great motivation to carry my life again. Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being
Thank
very polite, humble, and very flexible. Thank you so much for waiting for me to join in, because it took some time for me to join in because there was some type of a technical snag. Nevertheless, you've been very kind and polite, and a very humble person. God bless you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you. It was
Thank
very
you.
nice interacting with you. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. My dear friends, thank you, ma'am. My dear friends, with this, we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. If you like what we are doing, stay connected with us. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this beautiful video with the right kind of people. You never know which person out there may require this, would want to hear somebody's story and would want to transform their own life. Several of us have changed by viewing the lives of others, by viewing how people have been able to adjust to the difficulties they faced. So if they could do it, you could also do it. I could also do it. That's it, friends. Nothing else we require from you. Stay blessed, stay connected, and love yourself, respect the people in your family, and grow in peace and love. Signing off now from the International Fab Talks. Thank you, dear.